And you are now chopping it up.
Chopping it up. Chopping it up with SchMood.
With SchMood.
With SchMood.
And welcome back. It is your host. My name is Josh Moody, and you are now chopping it up with SchMood. It is the handsome one, the dancing one, the prancing one, the shancing one. You gotta say it twice. It's always better when you say it twice. Guys, we'll be back again with another episode for you guys. Thank you for tuning in. If you're listening, if you're watching, I truly appreciate you, good brothers and good sisters out there. Once again, welcome back. First and foremost, let me get my shout outs out the way. Shout out to Sweet Thang. You already know what it is. Shout out to the team. Skang. You already know what it is. My ninjas. To all my supporters, listeners, watchers, viewers. Thank you once again for tuning in. I got a great show for you guys today. First and foremost, okay, this pains me to talk about this because I'm not a man to speak on women's beef. I'm not a man to speak on women's problems and conflicts. I think it's very bitch made, if you must say. And so because I'm a realist and because I speak actual factuals, pun actually intended for that, I have to give this public disclaimer. I'm apologizing for breaking my own rules, my own morals, my own principles for this topic. It's not my main topic of the day. I will get to my main topic of the day, but I just feel like I need to touch on this because it's just bothering me. And I'm just going to jump right into it, guys. This whole Cardi B and Nicki thing. And as I mentioned, I shouldn't be speaking on women beef. I think it's very, as I mentioned, bitch made. It's just not cool. I don't really think it's a man's place to get involved in women's business unless that woman is my lady. And even then, that's tough unless it's like physical behavior being talked about or, being portrayed. Because I would never let another woman touch my lady in front of me. I'm sorry, I don't care. You can say what you want. I'm just not having that. That would never happen in front of me. And the other difference would specifically be a man, of course, trying to do physical harm and say something about my lady. Of course, I'm stepping in and interjecting in that moment. That's a no-brainer. That goes without even being said. So, moving forward, my whole thing is this, guys, and I have to give my background on this because I am a little bit biased in this situation, simply because I've never been a fan of Nicki. Now, hear me out before you guys start jumping down my throat. I know there's a lot of, I don't know I forgot what they call her fan base. Nicki Minaj's fan base. However, I don't want no problems or no smoke or none of that stuff. I'm just speaking my truths. And my truth is, I've never been a fan of her. At one point, I had a super amount of respect for her in terms of her lyrical skills, especially, I guess, I forget when she first came out, but I'm going to go back to like my late high school, my senior in high school going into college years, which was 2009, 2010. And I was, so let's just say a couple of years up until that point. Let's say 2008 to 2010. I can't remember exactly when Nicki came out. However, pretty much I'm trying to say, before that transition into pop, into, that type of, that kind of music, I had a super amount of respect for her simply because I felt like lyrically she was an animal. There was not, let alone, I'm going to speak on female rappers, period, right? And stuff like that. But there was a point in time, in my opinion, that there was very few dudes, possibly no dudes at that point in time that was really fucking with her. I really truly believe that. Nicki Minaj was one of the hardest artists out, period. Male, female, transgender, whatever you're self-identifying at this very point in time, there was really nobody fucking with her. She was tough. She was killing a lot of rappers on their own beats, on their own songs. And that's actual factuals. Pun intended again. Whether she was getting, I'm not even trying to discredit her here, but I've just got to speak the facts because there's rumors about ghostwriters and Safari writing for her. And all that very well may be true. Nonetheless, she was the one that was delivering the message and she was an animal, okay? Absolute respect. That was, in terms of like, there's a lot of people, I'll give you an example. There's a lot of people who I never was a fan of musically, but I knew they stuff because I respected them because they were tough. Okay, I'll give you an example. Jadakiss. That was never somebody whose album I went out there and bought. However, I knew lyrically he was an animal. There wasn't a lot of people out there that was banging with him. He was super tough. I'll give you another one. Jay-Z. Okay, that was somebody who I knew. Yes, I knew a lot of his songs simply because they got played on the radio, and they was bangers. They was tough. Once again, it wasn't somebody I was a fan of. It wasn't somebody whose album I went out and bought. However, I respected the man's greatness. Okay, that's just a fact. I'll give you a sports analogy. Okay, Kobe Bryant. Kobe Bryant. Kobe Jelly Bean Bryant. However, okay, this was somebody I did not like as a fan of basketball. I wasn't a fan of the man. However, all the game winners, all the tough shots that he hit, how could you not say the man is not great? So that's the one thing about Josh. I can't speak for everybody else, right? And their nonsense. My truth is, as I give respect and credit when credit is due. Whether I like you or not, you could be my enemy, okay? You could be my enemy. I don't like Kevin Durant for his decision that he made. However, you will never hear me say he's a bad basketball player. The man is tough. He's unguardable. He's top. He's the second best player in the world. In the goddamn world. Okay? Possibly will go down as the best scorer in NBA history just because he's a 7-footer. He can do all this. Right? But I'm not going to sit here and talk about sports. I just wanted to give that analogy for you guys so that you can understand that I'm not a hater. Never been a hater. Okay? I don't like what I like. However, I do respect. I also respect what I don't like. Okay? If that makes sense to you guys. So with all that being said, okay, and I gave Nicki her credit. Okay, she's now female artist wise, she's done most things that no female rapper has ever done. And simply because you can factor in, era and the time that she grew up and this, this time and day and age and everything with marketing, whatever you want to say. Nicki is probably top one in everything in that category, just simply because she's done a lot of things that no female artist has ever done. No female rapper has ever done. So, with that being said, Nicki was on top for a very, very, very long time, guys. Whether I liked her or not, she's been on top for a very long time, okay? And I think what I just see, because I don't know her, right? I don't know her personally. I don't know her at all. I just know from what we see in the media, what we see in the public eye. From what I see in the public eye, from that point of dominance to this point of where we're at now, to Chun-Li, I just see a decline. I see a very bad decline. I also see somebody who is struggling with her decline. Granted, who am I? I got 1,300 followers. I ain't done shit. I'm not saying that. I'm just speaking as an outside viewer of the music and what I've noticed, okay? I see somebody who is struggling with decline. And I understand that comes with the fame, that comes with territory, that comes with holding on to something that you always had. And I just think she's, in my opinion, these are not factuals. In my opinion, I believe she's struggling with her transition into other things. I just, and it bothers me because it's just like I just see somebody who's hating. I see somebody who's being very corny. I see somebody who needs to just let it go. And listen, Cardi is hot right now. I can't say I'm not going to say that when Cardi was coming up compared to when Nicki was coming up that they was on the same level. Honestly, lyrically, I don't. I think Nicki Minaj is lyrically better than her. But unfortunately for Cardi, she came up in a different time. Okay, like Nicki Minaj did when Nicki Minaj really trendsetted. Now, Cardi came in at the same time frame and time era where Nicki already trendsetted, so she didn't have to be as lyrical as Nicki Minaj did coming up, or being an MC, or being a rapper, or being lyrical, right? So with that being said, I just feel like she's struggling with somebody who has a similar style in terms of look, the exotic look, the body. So I thought, in my opinion, if she's imitating you, you should be flattered by that. Why are you threatened by this young woman? Granted, I don't know where this real beef actually stems from. I'm only speaking on what I see, god damn it. And what I see is that somebody who's threatening honestly taking over the throne. In terms of hot, Cardi B is just hot right now. Nicki, it's okay. Everybody's had their time. Jay-Z has had their time. Lil Wayne has had his time and passed it on to Drake. I just can't understand for the life of me why this beef is even continuing and us as the hip hop culture and music culture, why are we entertaining it? These sisters would be making a lot more money if they came together. I just don't understand the separation. You don't have to choose. You can like both of them, guys. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay to like both of them. Here's the thing, Nicki. I just want you to let it go. Listen, you've held it down for a long time, Nicki. It's okay to let it go, sis. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. I'm not gonna speak on the Quavo diss. I had a deep conversation with my coworker today. She don't believe it's real. There's no way to prove that. It could be, a publicity stunt. That very well may be, but I don't know if that's true. My man Quavo straight up violated. That is strictly wicked. I don't know. I don't know if that's real. That's crazy. I don't know a man that allowing his dick that bad. Especially it was so vulgar. It was so detailed. Listen, I don't know. Nonetheless, Nicki, I just want you to let it go, and let Cardi just be great. Be great, guys. Be great together, man. Be great together. Because in my opinion, Nicki, you're just doing too much. And Cardi, sis, you gotta learn to, not turn up on everybody every time. People are gonna say a lot of things about you. Look at the level you're on at this point in time. Listen, that's the inevitable. People are gonna talk about you. You gotta learn to, keep it moving, kill them with the sex. Do your hair flip, whatever you gotta do, and kill them with success, sis. You don't gotta prove nothing. You prove nothing with your sales, your artistry, the music that you continue to put out. Just kill the game. Kill the game, man. Just kill the game. Guys, grow up. My opinion. Look, I feel like this is beneath me to speak on this, but I feel like it needed to be said because it's more in the media than voting. So it's really crazy in my opinion. But moving forward, speaking of the music industry, I got to do my initial, my album of the week this week, the new music I'm bumping right now. Okay, I got a main album I'm going to shout out today, and I have an honorable mention as well. And that goes out to Tory Lanez with Love Me Now. I'm jacking the album wholeheartedly. This shit is absolutely tough. Just to give you a few songs off the list that I'm jacking. Why Don't You Love Me? She Told Me. Duck My Ex. Drip, Drip, Drip. That's the single that he released officially when he dropped the album. Banger with Meek. Talk to Me. Flexible. I love that with Chris Brown. Chris Brown's on 2 tracks that I love. Duck My Ex and Flexible. Tory Lanez. My only knock on it would be is that it sounds all the same. In terms of the hype beat stuff like that. But look, it's a poppin', it's a trendy sound, it's a trendy album right now. I'm definitely jacking it. It will get you in a good mood, get you hyped, ready for the turn up. He, and like I said, I think he's a talented artist. He's in that wave of the singing and the rapping at the same time. I don't even know what you call that. If that was even designated a music genre yet or a type of style. I call that I'm gonna call it the Trey Songz style because in my opinion, Trey Songz was doing it way before anybody. Or maybe Nate Dogg was too. I can't even say that. Nate Dogg. Rest in peace to Nate Dogg. He actually been singing and rapping at the same time, low key. But in my eyes, Trey will always be the GOAT. Big fan of Trey. And like I said, dope album. Definitely go spend that. I will give it 4 stars, 4 flames out of 5. And only simply because 4 out of 5 to me, like I said, everything sounds pretty similar in terms of beats and stuff like that. But great album all around, in my opinion. And I'm looking to continue to spend that. Hopefully, I'll find some more gems within the song. My honorable mention will go to Ty Dolla $ign and Jeremiah's album. I've never been a super fan of Jeremiah. I think he's talented though. I know he's put out a lot, some bangers out there that it's tough that that will never get old type of thing. Shout out to my boy Trey. My boy Trey always loved Jeremiah. Big fan of his. And I'm just not super crazy about Jeremiah. If y'all know me, y'all know I'm a big fan of Ty Dolla $ign. I think his music and his style is unique because to me, he makes ratchet and ignorant stuff sound so symphonic and like orchestra style. Like, it's crazy. It's beautiful. Like, he can make the most ratchetest and grittiest things sound like somebody's playing it off of a harp, like on some real ish, like an angel is playing it off a harp. I'm telling y'all right now, if y'all want some dope quality music, okay, Beach House 2. I'm sorry, I might be wrong about this. Beach House 2 is tough. Beach House 3, you guys should know about, is dope, okay, and Free TC. That is one of the most classic albums I've ever heard in my life, guys. Put that joint on and let it spin. Let it spin. I'm telling you. Let that joint spin. If you guys know me, I bump that consistently. It's quality music. Super, super, super tough. Super tough. But I got to give my top 3 out of 5. My opinion, it's not too many things on there that caught my attention. If I have to spin it 2 and 3 times to find bangers, that's when the flame starts to go down for me. Okay? So moving forward, gets me to my topic today, guys. And I gotta ask this, what is a true friend to you? Okay, now, and I have to say this because, as humans and people, we throw the word friend around, bro around, sis around, homie around, cuzzo around, very loosely. A lot of the times, or very few occasions, we can be, not everybody. This is definitely not for everybody, but there's people out there who do that. So, I'm curious to know what you call a true friend. All right, because for me, that means a lot. I know a lot of acquaintances. Okay, I'm from Staten Island. Okay, we are a very small city in terms of mileage and radius. But however, everybody knows everybody. It's small, it's compact. There's a lot of people on the island. And more times than not, your enemy is best friends with your cousin. That's just how it goes because let's say you and your cousin go to different schools. You know what I mean? And you and your cousin live in different areas. Your cousin is going to school. With the enemy from your hood, and it's just that's just how it goes. It's a small place. People tend to know everybody's business. The whole nine. You name it. I got homies who touched and dated my ex. And because of the type of person I am, it's always love with me because I'm just not a hater like that. When I move on for somebody, I move on. And whenever I've had close friends date exes of mine. Also, and I've learned at a very young age. You know what I'm saying? You can't control what people are going to do. And that's why you can just control who you put around you. I'm the type of person, I don't hold on to that type of stuff because at the end of the day, it eats you alive. And, it's not healthy for your psyche and for your well-being. You got to let those type of things go and move on, and time heals all. I'm a big believer in that. You know what I mean? So I'm curious to know, who do you call a true friend? And I got to ask because, as women, I notice, right? And to me, this is a fact. I got to look up the science behind this, but my experience has taught me that women tend to bond with other females super easy. It doesn't take much, in my opinion. I was just talking about the Nicki and the Cardi beef. Okay, you guys could see each other. Females could love another female because she is super beautiful. She has something of them. She had that person that they're looking to be friends with can have great eyebrows that they don't have, and like, oh my gosh, she just looks like somebody that's super dope. I absolutely love her. You could not know her from a hole in the wall. I'm so sad. I've seen females. I've had relations in the past with females that I know every time I looked up, there was just a new best friend in the picture. I could never understand it, but what my experiences have taught me is that females bond over littlest things, and you guys become best friends. Like, oh my God, sis, when you was arguing with that bitch on Twitter, keying, right? Next thing you know, you just jacking her energy, you jacking her vibe. Next thing you know, y'all sisters, y'all best friends, y'all in the picture. Y'all know the selfie where your faces is all, all cheeked up. You know what I'm saying? Listen, for the life of me, I could never understand that. But hey, whatever works for you, whatever floats your boats, whatever wets your panties, it works for you. I get it. I know for men, at least for me, right? We bond through experiences, right? We have to go through something together, pause, for us to, to become homies, for me to consider you a bro. And it could be the littlest thing. You could be working a dead-end job. This is real shit. You could be working a dead-end job. Let's say you cleaning toilets at Yankee Stadium or some shit like that, right? And y'all sick and tired, right, with the bleach smell and that dirty water splashing up on you. And you got to wear the same uniform, a bad John walking past you. You can't get it because you in that nasty Yankee uniform. Listen. The point I'm trying to say is that we bond through experiences. If you going through that with somebody, more than likely, as humans, you're looking to find something familiar, something familiar, common ground to help you get through that struggle. Okay? I'll give you guys an example. I play football. Football camps are grueling. Okay? 2-a-days, full pads, blisters, ice tubs, cuts, bruises, meetings, special teams meetings. You get it. Trying to eat the nasty cafeteria food all the time. When they put laxatives in there, they make you go spoop all the time. Look, the point I'm trying to say is that we bond through those tough experiences, right? Me and my teammates, right, my junior year, it was a very, very, very rough year. First and foremost, shout out to Rody. My boys is 5-3 right now. Rody football on a come up. Jim Fleming, you holding it all the way down. My Schkeiser. Shout out to y'all boys. Y'all boys are getting it absolutely done. You're getting it done. And my junior year, guys, we went 0-11. We didn't win a single game. Uno. Not one. Not one single game did we win. It was tough. It was rough. People on campus hated us. They hated us also because we was doing a lot of things off the field. We got a lot of females. That was probably the one part that they couldn't understand. We was losers in terms of record, not in terms of people. We was losers in terms of record. They couldn't understand how, our energy, people still, females still wanted to be around us. Listen, I can't explain that. All I know is that with me and my guys' energy is crazy, great vibes, great people. But I'm telling you, that came about simply because when you're losing, all we had was each other. We was literally 99 deep. All we had was our locker room. Nobody liked us. We wasn't winning the game. All we had was each other. There was a point in time we could not go to a party without getting into something because we was straight up disliked. You know what I'm saying? Because we were getting into scuffles, taking it here, all types of stuff, right? You name it. Even to guns getting pointed at us and shot at us. God, if I'm lying, strike me dead. Point I'm trying to say is, because of that experience, that tough and rough experience, it brought us together. Those are my best relationships I have to this day. And that's not no knock. I got day one friends that I just mentioned since I was 6 years old. That's my brother. When we get up, it's always love. You know what I'm saying? We've been through some things together as well. However, what I went through with my boys at Rhodey, we survived together. We lived together, okay? Shared food together, broke bread together. Like I said, we've been through things that I didn't go through with some people back home. Like I said, these are people I was living with, surviving with. So that creates a different type bond. It really does. That's just how us men operate. And, and it's not necessarily always bad experiences. It's the great things. You know how many, in the midst of that 0-11 season and a lot of losing seasons at Rhode Island football, okay, we bonded. All I can remember is about, most times, is all the great and laughs and the funny characters that I was around. The great energy, walking into that locker room, talking about the night before, the party, right? I mean, granted, we didn't have much to talk about football-wise because it was so bad. So we had to talk about these other things, but this is what I'm saying. That experience forced us to find a way to bond, to find a way out of that bad situation. And a lot of great things comes to that from this day. I speak to my brothers every single day, y'all. I don't think y'all understand. That's why I get so hyped like a little kid when I get up with my guys. Because I know I'm going to be laughing till I'm blue in the face. My cheekbones is going to hurt. Pause. Have you guys ever laughed so hard that your cheekbones is hurting here? I'm just pausing. I'm just saying. I'm so serious. That's how hard me and my boys are geeking. We love to geek. And listen, like I said, my boys getting married. These are relationships that we're going to have until we die. We plan trips together, annual trips. Shout out to the Skang, man, my stingers. Y'all already know what it is, bro. I love y'all. I'm just saying, man, and these are the type of people I know. If I got a booger in my nose, this is true friends, brothers. I used to somebody call brothers now, but these are true friends. If you can't tell your friend they got a booger in their nose, that ain't your real friend, bro. Or you don't care about that person. You don't. They go. If they just took that snap and they got that, that little white dried up teardrop right there, and I ain't talking about the tattoo, and you can't tell them to go wipe that. Yo, my man, you got a little, you know what I'm saying? Look, I'm not telling you you gotta, go lick that. That's a little out of pocket. But I'm saying, if you can't tell that person they got something going on, yo, my man, you know what I'm saying? Yo, bro, you got toilet tissue. I mean, that's petty and small. Listen, all I'm trying to say is yo, my man, your breath stink, bro. You know what I'm trying to say? Your shit wolfing right now, smelling like sanitation juice. If you can't tell me that, you're not my bro. You're not my mans. If you would let me walk around like that, that means you don't care about me. Okay? If you come out the house looking all crazy, okay, and that's a bad fit, I'm going to tell you about it because I'm a real friend. I don't like that fit at all. Nope. I don't like that. Okay? That's a bad haircut as well. Those are bad feet. I don't like it. You need to change it. Now, whether you do it or not, that's on you. Point I'm trying to say is I'm a real friend. I'm a real friend that's gonna tell you real things. I'm gonna tell you something right now. If I've never corrected you or told you some truths about yourself, I don't give a fuck about you. That's just an actual factual, pun intended. So I'm just saying, guys, be careful who you share your energy with, man. Absolutely be careful who you share your energy with. You can't let everybody into your circle. I know it may sometimes we look at things strictly off the imagery or the look of something. I'm sorry, it just doesn't work like that. It does not work like that. You have to find common ground, find real friends, and not everybody's meant to be your friends. Not everybody's meant to be in your circle. It's okay if people come into your circle and leave. Listen, that's a part of life. It's going to happen, guys. That's going to happen. Not everybody's meant to stay there, all right? So listen, stop trying to be all buddy-buddy with everybody and, take care of the people that really take care of you and love you and do more for the people. When you do more for people, they're going to do more for you. Point blank, period. That's how it should be, at least. That's not always the case, but that's because you're not around the right people. I hope you listen. I hope it's not going over your head because you're chopping it up with SchMood, man. And this is the handsome one, the dancer one, the prancer one, the shancer one. I am your host, Josh Moody. We will be back next week, and I'm going to holler at you on yourselves.